Today we're talking Cincinnati wide receiver Tyler Scott. We're going to dive into his background and college career, discuss the positives and negatives in his prospect profile, and take a look at his dynasty outlook and if and where you should target him in your rookie drafts. Tyler Scott is a wide receiver out of Cincinnati. He's 21 years old. He's a junior. He's listed at 5'10", 177 pounds. Not only was Tyler Scott a star on the football field at Norton High School in Ohio, but he starred on the basketball court as well as the track team. On the football side, Tyler Scott played multiple positions, including running back. In fact, he rushed for 1,337 yards and 21 touchdowns as a senior on his way to a 3-star rating in the 2020 recruiting class. He signed on with the Cincinnati Bearcats over offers from Indiana, Iowa State, Nebraska, Rutgers, Michigan State, and others. Tyler Scott played in all 10 games as a true freshman, but only caught 3 passes for a scoreless 20 yards. He rose up the depth chart in 2021, though, earning the wide receiver 2 role opposite Alec Pierce. Scott turned the opportunity into 30 receptions for 520 yards and 5 touchdowns. With Pierce departing for the NFL, Tyler Scott continued his ascension in his junior season. He started all 11 games that he played in, taking 54 receptions for 899 yards and 9 touchdowns. He went over 100 yards on 4 occasions and finished the season 19th in the nation in receiving touchdowns. It was enough to earn second team all-conference. Scott opted to sit out the Fenway Bowl and set his sights on the NFL draft. But let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Tyler Scott's profile. The first is he is a big play threat. He's got great speed, he's explosive, he's got good acceleration, he wins on all 3 levels, he creates consistent separation, he's excellent after the catch, he's an early declare. Historical data favors wide receivers who come out early as it correlates to NFL and fantasy production. He averaged 16.6 yards per reception. He had 6 career kick returns. We like these guys who get involved in other ways. He accounted for 41% of the receiving touchdowns scored in the Cincinnati offense. That meets that elite threshold. And he had a 35% dominator rating. Dominator rating measures how much of the passing offense the wide receiver accounted for. 30% is the baseline of good, and anything over 35% is excellent. On the negative side, Tyler Scott has a thin frame. It feels like most of the wide receivers in this class do, though. He has a limited catch radius. He struggles in contested catch situations. His route running can be refined. He struggles versus physical defenders. He averages 2.17 yards per team pass attempt. We want something closer to 3 for this one. For archetype, Tyler Scott is a speed wide receiver. My NFL comp for him is T.Y. Hilton. For NFL draft projection, I expect him to come off the board sometime around the end of the 3rd, early 4th round. And his yards performance center grade comes out at 40.6, which is in the 65th percentile, ranking as the wide receiver 342 all-time between Darnell Mooney and Chris Conley. There is no doubt that Tyler Scott has the athletic traits to develop into a weapon in the NFL. He's exceptionally fast and wastes no time reaching that top speed. He's an explosive threat both before and after the catch. His smaller size limits his catch radius and makes him a bit vulnerable versus physical cornerbacks and in contested catch situations. While he is a quality route runner, there is room to refine that area of his game. With that said, Tyler Scott creates consistent separation and is a threat to win on all 3 levels. Tyler Scott projects as a starting Z receiver who will spend most of his time in the slot as a team's wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. He will bring some versatility to an offense as an option on jet sweeps and screens as well. On draft weekend, Tyler Scott is likely to come off the board sometime in the late 3rd or early 4th round, and he could go even earlier if a team falls in love with his speed. In Dynasty, Tyler Scott will be one of the best wide receiver options in the 3rd round of rookie drafts.